Hey, it's Brittany Fowler with BrittanyDelivers.com. I am an audience keynote speaker, breakout session, coach, and mentor. And I want to talk to you today about surrounding yourself with positive images and messages. So for me, my office, I'm not going to show you everything, but I have a million different signs, probably 10 different signs that I have created that help me gain clarity in my day and help me feel inspired throughout the week. I believe that what we see, we create. We know that from so many coach and mentors. If we have a clear vision, we can actually work towards that day by day. And you may not know, let's talk about that for a second. So you may not know exactly how to attain your vision, right? And I think that scares a lot of people, but you have this idea or you have this dream or you have this goal where you just can't get it out of your head. And you can't get it out of your heart. And that's what's most important, is that when you're driven by your heart, you can accomplish anything. But what's important to do is, once you have that vision, decide that you're going to achieve it. And then look at each day. What am I going to do tomorrow that's going to help me get to where I want to be? Because each day you are going to be faced with you're going to be faced with laundry or dishes or time management or your kids needing you, and life gets in the way. And if we let life rule us, right, instead of us choosing what we get to experience, then you're going to feel lost. You're going to feel like, well, I'm a failure, or I didn't get to work on my business today or my dream today, and tomorrow's just going to be the same, and you'll just give up really quickly. But one thing that's important to do is make sure that you have a vision board. Make sure that I have a whole momentum wall, and I'll do a whole video on that and how that keeps me inspired and on track, especially 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and a 12-month timeline to help me keep me committed and keep me working towards a specific goal. But that's beside the point. Well, one of the signs that I have in my office says, I press on in the face of doubt, fear, lack, and embarrassment until I acquire my vision. Do you think that you're going to, experience the fear, the lack, or the feeling of lack, or the embarrassment throughout the time when you are going after your vision? You're sure right, you will. Because guess what? You're always going to have these mental blocks, or you're going to have these whisperings in your ear, or you can't do this, or actual physical whispering from somebody that you may know, love, and trust. And that may be super hurtful to you, to where you may just feel embarrassed, like, why did I dream about this? Why did I even want to do this? And what you have to remember is that you are on your team, right? Sometimes we think, we play this like we're split down the middle, right? Like we have this negative person and we have this positive person. But what I want you to picture are these two people coming together for one purpose. Now, the negative person, okay, could turn into the realist, okay, and who's still trying to say, well, is this realistic? Do you think you can attain this? And we'll talk about key things that you can do to help get you through it when your negative person is kind of taking over. But what I want you to remember is that the more positive you can stay, the more creative energy you will create, okay? And the more on task you will stay as far as attaining your dreams and your goals. And you won't let life and the routine of daily life get in the way. It's important that you choose to work each day on what you want to acquire. And it's inevitable. One of my favorite speakers is Tiffany Peterson, and she talks about how the law of the harvest is inevitable. Meaning, if you plant seeds, right? If you plant seeds and you nurture them and you watch this little plant grow and you water it and you weed around it and you watching it grow, and it will eventually what? Produce fruit or vegetables, whatever is your fancy. And so it is inevitable if you nurture it, let it grow. And sometimes we feel like we're in July of that gardening season where it's hot, it's muggy if you live in some areas of the United States, and you're like, when will this fruit ever be ripe? Or when will this vegetable ever be ready, right? And sometimes we feel like that, especially when we're nurturing and growing something that has the most potential in our life. So the point is, stay positive, surround yourself with positive signs, positive images, so that you can stay motivated, because this right here is your greatest advocate, but it can also be your greatest enemy. So let's make it our greatest advocate. Check me out on BrittanyDelivers.com. That's BRITTANY delivers.com. And I hope you've enjoyed this message and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks and have a great day.